so happy we alive.
We're running an hour and a half late, right? We're exhausted. Just quick, I will do this. Can everybody stand up for 30 seconds, stretch, and then sit right back down, right? We want to, the harm reduction approach basically has a two-pronged objective. We want to reduce the harms of drug use in American society. We want to reduce the harms of drug prohibition in American society. The ideal drug policy, to our mind, is one that most effectively reduces the net harm of drugs and drug prohibition. It's not one or the other, it's both. But obviously, because one is to some extent self-inspired, self-created, whereas the other one's the state, we sometimes got to focus a lot on the other. But if we forget to focus on the one about the harms of drug use, we lose our credibility with a majority of Americans who are freaked out about the consequences of drug use, real or potential. We have to be addressing both. But I also know what the long-term principle is. I believe, I said this each of the other normal conferences, the long-term principle, the core principle to my mind, of what we're fighting for, right, is basically that people should not be punished for what they put into their bodies. That's it. If you want to moderate that, I'll quite frankly say I agree 100% with John Gilmore on the principle. Because the other way to say this is people should not be punished for what they do to alter the state of consciousness, whether it's drug or something else. To me, those are two more or less different ways of saying the exact same thing. Even though the language, what I most care about when I say one or the other, I want to know how other people hear it. Because ultimately, I do not believe that activism is about self-expression. I think that self-expression and affording ourselves the luxury of self-expression without paying attention to how that is heard by the people who we hope are listening is a sort of vanity. It's a sort of, form of verbal masturbation. It's great. It's fun. I love to do it too. But quite frankly, the objective here is to win. And win means winning over some majority of our fellow citizens that they think the way we do. Or if they don't think the way they do, at least they're willing to vote for laws of the sorts that allow us to practice what we believe. It's about communication. Right, when Bill talks about the polls and the focus groups, of course, we need to do that because we need to know how to communicate. We need to know the word legalize. Okay, I support an end to marijuana prohibition. I support a strategy of taxing it, control it, regulate, and educate. No, I don't know if I support legalization because you know why? Because when we say that word legalize, it so happens from what we can tell from the polls and the focus groups and everything else that what I mean by it and what you mean by it